What's up, guys? How are you doing? Um, it's Miss S again. You got excuse me. Okay, so I'm just trying to wait and see if a couple of people are gonna come in. But if they don't, that's fine too. So I'm in here because I want to make garlic knots because Nadira specifically asked me to make it. I want to put you in a different spot. If I put you here, would it be too high? It would be too high. I want to put you in a good spot. I don't know where to put you. Maybe right here. Nope, that's too high too. Let me see where I'm going to put you. I could put you over here, but let me move this over. That's not good either. I'm trying, y'all. Anyways, so Nadira, she said she wanted some garlic knots. So I decided that I was going to make some garlic knots for her from scratch. But I think I might stay on the live a little bit longer because I might make my famous cookies on live as well. So right now I'm kind of upset with this thing because it's I need like something to like clip my phone up, and I can't. Like right here would be perfect. I could show you everything, but unfortunately I can't. So I'm trying to find a way where that's not good enough. You know what? Let me see that. Y'all, if you see where I'm mounting this, y'all would laugh at me. Cause that's the perfect thing. Y'all would laugh at me if you see where I'm standing this. Okay, so hopefully that's good. So I'm making homemade pizza right now, and in here, this is the dough maker. What I have in here is warm water. You want to have it like room temperature or a little bit warmer than room temperature. I have active yeast, a tablespoon of half a tablespoon, let's say that, half a tablespoon of active yeast. Let me show you which one I use. So I use this one. You can use any one. I have the big container because I do a lot of homemade products. So because I do that, I need like a bigger container. But they sell the packets in any store, and it could be like anywhere from 59 cents to like $1.28. I don't know. Each store have their own price. Some stores who want to jot up their prices, they'll charge $2, but it can't be no more than $2 if you just take one packet. And you only need one packet to do what we're doing right now. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think me making these live videos is way easier than me creating a video. But y'all tell me what you like more, because if you like the lives as opposed to the videos, then we'll continue the live. If you like the videos more, then I'll try to start posting. I'm tired of telling y'all something and it's not coming through. So I'm going to change my whole perspective, or if that's the word. I'm not going to make any more promises anymore to y'all. I'm just going to post when I can post and not when I can. So truth of the matter is, and then I need y'all to be active too, because if you're not going to be active, then, I know it shouldn't stop me from doing what I want to do or showing what I want to show, but, it just gives me that extra push, and I will always continue, because this, I can always look back when my kids get older and they can see what it is. But anyways, that's whatever. So I'm making these garlic knots. I'm sorry, I'm moving things around. I'm making these garlic knots, and I started the process, and I was like, let me go ahead and do a live, because I haven't made a video in a long time, and I'm pretty sure, you know, y'all getting tired or whatever the situation is. But anyways, let me open this up so you can get more light. Did that help a little bit? I don't know. I'm gonna change the settings a little bit. Let me see. I'm just playing around, y'all. I'm gonna be back to you in a minute. I know y'all want me to get to it, but in any event. Oh, I like that one. Let's see if it helps. Even that one, I'm gonna leave it like that. So anyways, right here, you see a bowl of flour. But what I added in this was half a, was it in here? No. Yes, it was here. So I put half a teaspoon of sugar. I put a fourth of a teaspoon of salt, and then 2 cups of flour. That's here. And you want to make sure you mix it well. In this container, I put 3/4 of a cup of water. Okay. I put half a tablespoon of yeast, and I put half a teaspoon of sugar. Okay. When you put the water in whatever bowl or product that, or not product, let's say tool, whatever tool that you're going to use to mix up your dough, you want to make sure that the water is warm, a little bit warmer than lukewarm. And a hint that was given to me that I found very, very useful is just put in some hot water in the bowl. Because if you just put in the warm water and then try to put in the yeast, it'll automatically get cool. So you want to make sure your container is warm in order for the water that's used for the yeast to stay warm as well. And you're looking for bubbles in your yeast, so you're going to let it sit for no more than 7 minutes. And I think 7 minutes is too much, all right? So you just got to keep an eye on it. And then after that, you're going to put this in little by little to mix it up. So it's going to get a little bit loud. Just hold on a minute. I wish there was like a mute button so y'all didn't have to hear it. There is. Okay, so I'm going to mute it a little bit just so I can do this because this is a lot. It's loud. All right, so I'm going to bring you over so you can see how is I have the dough tool in my, I want to say it's a food processor, but it's not. It's just look. And I'm going to turn this around so you don't have to hear. I'm going to mute it again so you don't have to hear the loudness of this. So let me mute. All right, guys. Oh my God. Let me enable the flash. Maybe that works. I hope that makes it a little bit better. Let me turn the camera around. So now what I'm going to do is, I almost put it in the same spot. I'm going to open it up to see if the dough is at the right consistency, which it really is. I want to let it go for a little bit more. Now, as you can tell, my maker, it goes for 32 seconds, which I think is perfect amount. You don't need it too long for it to do. It does literally all the hard labor for you, so you really don't have to do much. So I'm going to put it in for another 30 seconds, and then I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to show you the consistency of the dough in a minute. Okay. And all right, so now that's done. I'm not going to do it any. All right, so I'm sorry. Let me turn the camera around. I'm new to the live, y'all, so just give me a break. So this should be done. Oh yeah, it's definitely done. Let me show you how it's supposed to look. This is how you know that it's done. This you can take off real easy, y'all. Real easy. But it's done because you can see that's how dough's supposed to look. This is going to come out. Oh my God, so good. My daughter going to be extra happy. Let me turn this around. So now that's that. Let me get my little it's a wooden chopping board, and I use that so I can finish out whatever I need to finish out. So hold on. Putting it here. Since I'm done with this. Wait. And then I'm gonna pull it out. In fact, y'all, I'm almost skipped a step. So you're gonna take a little bit of flour and put it on the wherever countertop you use. Whatever countertop you use, you have to put the flour so it doesn't become sticky. And you want to put a little bit on your hand as well so that it doesn't stick to your hand. So in this situation, you only need about maybe a tablespoon. So I spread it on the board. I'm going to let you see in a minute. But I want to take it out. And then a little bit is on my hand. So you just rub it together so that the dough don't stick. And I'm going to pull it out. I'm telling you, y'all, I think that this is, oh my God, wonderful. My dough is kind of sticky, so hold on, give me a minute. I'm trying to take it out. But again, this is the consistency it needs to be. And then I'm just scooping up what's left. Because I left it there and I didn't move as fast as I needed to, that's what I have to deal with. Huh? Nothing. No, I didn't. So I'm just pulling off the rest of the stuff from here with my hand and the flour, because the flour helps it come off. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Let me bring this down so you can see. I'm gonna move stuff around. Hold on, let me just put the flour all on it so it doesn't become sticky again. This is the perfect consistency. I'm so happy because, you know, I used to do stuff like this all on my own, and manual is hard, but if you can find something that's gonna do it like easier, then that's even better, you know. So let me just unplug this. I'm gonna bring you everything. So let me show you real quick. Okay, so this is everything. The dough, I just put it on the flour on the this is a chopping block, and I put the dough on it, and you know, you just do that. Now I am going to say this. Let me move this over. You can continue to like fold it in if you want to, but honestly, I don't think it needs to be done because the machine did most of the work. But I am folding it in just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I want to make sure that it has enough flour. Because now I'm going to, after this, I'm going to put it in a pot and let it sit for about 2 hours. I see a little bit. It's too moist for me. So, here's a little secret, y'all. Don't feel bad if it doesn't come out how you need it to come out, okay? For example, if you see that your dough is too dry, add a little bit of water. I'm talking about like add a teaspoon until it gets to the consistency you need. If you see that your dough is too wet, add a little bit of what? Flour. It's that simple. Don't drive yourself nuts, y'all. Just don't. Just don't. So then at the end, I go like this. You want to roll it into a ball. Let me bring you down so you can see what I'm doing. Let's see. All right, so. Okay, so when I fold it, I go like this. I hope you can see. Let me bring it down. So I go like this. Usually, you go fold, press with this part. Fold, press. And you see how it's sticky? And put some flour on it. But you don't want to put too much flour because then you got to start the process all over again. But I think this is the good amount. So I'm just picking up the rest of the flour that's on the chopping block. And look how pretty that looks. It shouldn't be hard, y'all. I'm telling you. It should not be stiff that you can't function. And it should not be too wet. It shouldn't. So this is done. Y'all see that's done. Now, let me put it over here. You see how it bounces back? That's how you know you did it right. So what I'm gonna do, now I'm gonna put it on the in this pot. This right here. And let me explain why I put it in this pot. Because this pot has oil in it. Can you see it rolling down? Alright, so I need this pot with the oil. And I put the oil in it. Because you need to put it on this. Look. You put a little bit on it. And it assists the dough in making how it wants to make. So I leave it there. And also, a lot of people, they use like rags like this to cover the dough. I just feel, in my own opinion, it's not necessary. That's basically for showcase. The dough is going to rise either way. All you got to do is cover it. However you want to cover it, you cover it. I cover it with the lid. And I just let it sit for 2 hours. Listen to me when I say this. If you have your oven on and you put the dough on the oven, it's going to cook. You don't want that. This was already warm because I had the oven on. You want a little bit of heat because it'll help the dough rise, but you don't want too much because you're going to overcook it. So I'm taking this off. Obviously the heat is not enough where I can't touch the pot, right? It's not enough where I can't touch the pot. So that's good enough. It's about the same temperature as what you would use with the water that you use to put the yeast in. So that's that. So now this is part 1. After it's over with, I'm going to come back for part 2, show you how it's proof, and do the rest of the stuff with the garlic knots or whatever it is. In fact, I'm going to let this sit, and I'm going to show you what I do to make my butter that goes on top of the garlic knots. So let me put this over here. Hold on, y'all, I'm coming. I just want to wipe down my my area, my cleaning area, but I'm right here cleaning up everything. And then I'm going to show you how I do everything. You're going to need some, what you call that? Well, this is optional for the garlic knots, right? It's optional. And I also use this technique when I make my homemade pizza. You can, when you have your pan, you know, certain pans, like, let me show you this one. These right here. These pans, or even the pizza pan thing, unless you have like a professional pizza pan. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I see my kids cook and then they don't clean up the backsplash, and it annoys me. It just does. Hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on. Sorry, I had to clean up. So they didn't clean the backsplash, so I had to clean the backsplash. But anywho, Matthew want me to make him a smoothie. I really don't want to make him any smoothie. What y'all think? So I'm just cleaning off my stuff because obviously I don't need the machine to make the dough anymore. Did you like the pizza? Look, guys, before I made the garlic knots, I had made some pizza, and I'm ashamed that I made the pizza without the garlic knots because I knew my kids was going to want Muffin, because Muffin, like, she's so her, right? So I made just enough pizza. Let me show you. Obviously, I made just enough pizza because it's gone. Last time I made pizza, I made too much. So I wasn't trying to make too much. I wasn't trying to make too much this time. Leave that alone. Here, throw that in the garbage for me, please. That's what I mean, I'm talking to. So I didn't make enough last time, and this time I made enough pizza so that they could just eat it for lunch and go about their business. Only thing I'm ashamed of, not ashamed, but I thought we needed more, and what I thought that we needed more of was more ingredients. Like, we should have had some olives. They like black olives. We should have had chicken. We could have put like the chopped up chicken. I mean, we do have chicken, but I would have to let it thaw out, and then that would become, instead of it just becoming lunch, it becomes dinner. So I didn't want to go through that, and I'm planning on making something else for dinner. So, well, not really, because Nadira had cooked some she made some spaghetti, but she didn't make it with the spaghetti noodles. She made it with rigatoni noodles, excuse me. And so, because she made it with rigatoni noodles, you know, we still have some left over. Hold on, I'm just washing the dishes. We still have some left over, so I'm sorry about that. See, my plant, I'm trying to make it grow, but it don't want to grow. Y'all see? That's what that is over there. I don't think it, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I really think that it didn't grow because the seeds that I had, it had some type of, how do I say it? Drying agent on it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it had some drying agent on it, and because it had the drying agent on it, I wasn't able to. I knew you wasn't gonna eat it. Y'all, look at the pizza. She asked for pizza and mac and cheese. I told her she wasn't gonna eat both, but she wanted both. But this was the pizza I just made. She gonna eat that. I'm gonna save it for later, y'all. I'm not playing. I'm gonna put a napkin on this. Take the spoon out, cause she gonna put it in the microwave. And she gonna eat this. She gonna eat it. So yeah, so let me put this in here so we could remove the stuff. It's soaking basically. And so I clean everything else. But yeah, I think it had some type of stuff to dry it out. It was actually, I'm gonna be honest. It was CBD I was making. The flour. I was trying to grow it, but it didn't work. So I didn't grow nothing. Literally, I did not grow anything. I thought I would, but I couldn't. That's my first time doing it. And I think that's the reason that it did not grow, because I'm good with growing. I grow stuff. If I'm in the mood, I'll grow something. And I like growing indoors, not outdoors. So I would have my specific area where all my plants are at. And I talk to it and I sing to it. And when I'm feeling bad, I would, you know, nurture it, and I'd feel a whole lot better afterwards. And so I'm good with growing. It's just a matter of what was happening. And so I figured that the reason why that was not growing, because usually a plant that I grow, like, it starts to show signs of like the first stages no more than a week. So at one point I was like, it's too cold in the area. And who is that? Matthew. It never fails. One of these kids, every time I make a video, one of these kids do this. It doesn't matter if you just wash them or not. Like, you just added more. You lucky I'm washing dishes. Because otherwise I would have made you come back over here and wash the dishes. So, like I said, oh, it just hit 12. Like I said, I just think that it was cultured, or like they had like some drying agent on it, on the seeds. And that's like a duh, Sandra. Why would you do that? Because, you know, they got to dry it out so you can do what you have to do, right? Okay, so I'm going to try to go back. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it, but I've been thinking about going to some website to purchase the CBD seeds and try to do it again and grow one flower and see what it does. But I don't know, again, it's just a thought for me, you know. So basically, that's that. So I'm just washing the lid of the dough thingy, and then once I'm finished washing the lid, because I gotta let the other stuff soak a little bit so it doesn't stick, and I put it in some water. So once that's over, I'm gonna show you what to do. But basically what you're going to need to do for the garlic knots is you're basically going to need butter, and then you can add like cilantro if you want to add cilantro, or parsley, and you're going to need garlic. So basically, that's it. You season it how you want to season it. So this is the only part I don't like about making it in there. You gotta clean. Let me show you something. Let me see. I don't know if you can see it. You see it gets stuck in like the crevice. Oh, excuse me. Hold on, let me wipe this off. So you see it gets stuck in like the crevices, the dough, and so you gotta be proactive on making sure it's clean. Because the soap will hide it and it'll make you seem like you cleaned it, but you didn't really clean it. It's still here. So you gotta make sure you get in the crevices. I have this on places that I can't get. I use this so you can pull it out. And that usually works. And that's over. I'm coming, y'all. Just give me a minute. I know I'm gonna be quick. Just a little bit more. Okay, so let me show you what I do while it's proofing. Let me see. Okay, let me show you what I do. So I take a bowl, because you don't need that much. Take a bowl, take a stick of butter. Okay, I was trying to see if I had one available. I use unsalted butter, y'all see? Unsalted sweet cream butter. And I'm going to use, because we don't need that much, this much. That much of butter I'm going to use. I'm going to cut it. Take a spoon, cut it. Okay. And then we are going to put the rest away. And I'm going to pop it in the microwave. Or you can put it over the stove, whichever you prefer. But I do the fastest way this way. I'm pop it in the microwave for about 30 seconds or till it melts almost just about all the way through. So that's that. Yeah, that's a Mina's food. And so you put it in the microwave for a little bit and that's about it. Now the oven is on, it's warming up. Excuse me. And if y'all are wondering, this is the kind of bread flour that I use for my pizza and my garlic knots. You have to have that bread flour, because if you don't use bread flour, the texture is just going to be different when it comes to the bread. Really different. So if you want to take my advice, you can. But you can also make this pizza dough, or yeah, basically pizza dough. You can make it with all-purpose flour. But in my opinion, it doesn't come out the same. So you see, let me see. It's not all the way melted. So you're just going to mix it up a little bit. So let me bring you down so you can see. I tried, y'all. I tried. So I just mix it up like this. It's melted all the way through. Now here's the option that you can have. I use this garlic and herb, garlic butter and herb seasoning. I'm gonna use that. Oh shoot, I just threw the fork in the sink. So this is a grinder, so it's gonna take a minute, but you don't need that much. You just pour a little bit, like boop, just a little bit. All right. You can add salt to give it a little bit of flavor. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Then you get onion powder. Listen, I use the powder because dry ingredients is okay, but you could use, excuse me, you could use whole ingredients or fresh ingredients. I do that too, but when it comes to these kids, they act so finicky sometimes. Like, they think that the other food is better. Parsley. I don't know if I showed you what was the other one. This one was garlic powder. Parsley flakes. You just put it. Just sprinkle enough. Don't put too much where it turns the whole thing green. Take the spoon. And you mix, mix, mix. Until it's well incorporated. And you've made garlic and onion, butter and herb. Now you can add this. Some people would do this, but I don't know if my kids would like it. But I think I'm gonna add some more of this, just because I like the way it tastes. And I know my kids, if I put like the real garlic in it, they're gonna be like, ew, what did you do? I don't like that. Even if it's messed up. The paste I haven't tried, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna look at me like I'm stupid if I do it that way. So you just, and that's all you have to do. Literally, that's all you have to do. And then, see, it's rising. That's why I said you just got to give it 2 hours to rise. But your butter is done. You just mix it up a little bit. And then once that's done, you poof the bread. And after you poof the bread, you, yeah, I'm sweating. It's hot in my kitchen, y'all. I'm sorry. And then after you poof the bread, then you, I'm going to wash my hands in a minute. I'm not touching anything else. After you poof the, well, you know what? I'll be back. When the bread is ready to do, when it's ready, I'll be back. And you'll see it. It'll be part 2, okay? If you're watching it on replay, make sure you watch part 2 so you can see the ending product and how to do everything else. All right, so see you soon. I'll be back.